Hallo, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I have new die cut sheets for you, just perfect for Mother's Day or other spring occasions. So let's get started. First I have some trifold cards for you. And you have seen them from me before, but I love to make them. So when you open this card up, and this card is a 4x4 card, it also has a pocket for a tag or a note or basically for a tag, and then a little side pocket for maybe a gift card. These are so easy to make, and I'm going to show you in just a second. These are smaller cards, and again, they are 4x4, and you can make 3 cards from one 12x12 sheet. So this is a great way to use up your 12x12 papers. Now, I made these cards with, paper scraps that I had laying around, and this was double sided cardstock in blue and yellow. And I embellished them with die cut sheets that I want to share with you right now. So I have 3 die cut sheets, and they are called Heartfelt Condolences. And I know, don't be alarmed, I didn't make any condolence cards. Actually, I do not like to make any sympathy cards in advance. If I need one, I'll make one, but I don't know, I don't feel good about it, making condolence cards in advance. But these flowers here on those sheets, I think they are just gorgeous for for any other cards. It doesn't have to be a sympathy card. And this is what I have done here. So this is Janine's art. And look at these pretty flowers. This looks like a dandelion, but I'm not sure because it is purple. We have a color lily here, and then this beautiful other purple flower. Next, we have the beautiful rose and a tulip, and a gorgeous orange and yellow. We have the ginkgo leaf here. How pretty is that? And then another looks like an orchid down here. So these are the 2 sheets that I have made cards with today. Now there's a third one in this line, and this has this serene lake scene here. Another one over here, and then a third one here. So yeah, these make certainly beautiful condolence cards, but you can also use them for just like a thank you card. So yeah, I'm not too hung up on the title here because the flowers are beautiful, and you will see what I have created. Okay, so here now is the card that I have created with this first embellishment of the beautiful calla lilies. Got this cute butterfly here. How beautiful is this? And then when I open it up, because we have all these extra layers on those die cut sheets, I just used one layer to decorate my inside, put a thank you note here. And then again, there is room for a gift card, and then here is where your message could go. And how easy are these to make? So when you have a 12x12 sheet, then you cut them in 4-inch strips. So you have 3 of these strips, right? And then what you do is you just score it at the 4 inches and then again at the 8 inches. So you have, and I don't know yet, maybe you can see the score line now, you have 3 4x4 squares, right? Now all you have to do is decide which one is your front. So let's say the pink is my front. Then I will fold in one of these squares, and here is my card. I fold in the other one, and now I have my card here. What I do now is just go ahead and put a liquid glue on those 2 sides of my fold, and immediately I have this pocket. Now what I do here, I have used my circle punch to put a little thumb hole in here, and then of course on this side I just used another piece of scrap paper that matches my front and create this tuck. All you do is you put liquid glue here, and again liquid glue on the bottom, and that leaves this opening and you can, you know, put something in there, a note or a gift card. So these are the very, very quick cards and so great to use up your 12 by 12 pretty papers. Now my next card is, yeah, I don't know, don't they look a little bit like dandelion? But because they're purple, I don't know. They're just very, very pretty. So I used up scraps here for these cards. Again, I have a double-sided cardstock and did this fold as I just showed you. And then just embellished it. This one here is so pretty. I added, you know, some scrap paper that I had, a doily just to offset this beautiful topper. Thanks a bunch. And then a little bit of border stickers. And when you open it up, again, you have a tuck spot here. And then also the tag, and on the back of the tag, right now this is a double-sided one, but you can put a tag in here that has one side where you can write your message. And of course there's also the back, you can write your message, and then the inside there is one layer from these different layers on the die cut sheet. So when you take a look at the die cut sheet, you can see that you have the base piece and all these extra layers, and they are numbered so you can see how to put them together. And all you do is use some foam pads to make them dimensional, and this is how it will look like on your card. And here is my third card from the same die cut sheet. Look at this beautiful flower here, and very same thing. I used double-sided cardstock and embellished it just I did the others with this beautiful topper, one layer for the inside, and then here I have this little bird. Now these I introduced to you I think a couple of weeks ago, and then they were sold out immediately and I couldn't find them again, so my wholesaler did not offer them. They said they were sold out, but I found different ones and I think they're just as cute. Now look at these little birdies here, and they even have some glittery bird houses on here, and I just love them. The bird itself, and then those, look at those cute legs. So I think size wise you can see they're similar. Also these birds look in both directions, and I know there's a glare here. So in both directions, pretty bird houses. These are not, these are now on in my store. They're available. I have them in stock. So just so cute. And yeah, this is another thank you card. This thank you comes from a sheet. Let me show you. So I now have these sentiment sheets in my shop, and there are 4 sheets in each of the bags. This is the one, thank you. And what you get, and of course these I have already used, so they're actually looking like this. One in white and one in black, and they're in there twice. And then all you do is, because these are straight lines, you can cut them with your paper cutter, and then you have these beautiful sentiments on really high, it's a little almost like a little glossy paper, beautiful cardstock. And I use a lot of thank you for notes, so this is what I have put on this card right here. There it is, thank you. And then this little border here with the hearts comes from the hearts borders, and they are available in gold and in silver. And I like them because the hearts are very small, and you can see they come in this direction, but then also in this direction, and then you have also the in-between that you can use as a border. So here is my heart border, and isn't it just darling? And then when I open it up, here is my inside. Again, there is the tag again, one layer, a little bit of a scrap to have another tuck spot here, and then a butterfly. And the butterfly also comes on these sheets in silver and in gold. And look how beautiful those butterflies are. They look just like they are embossed. Here the butterfly I put on a little bit of paper, on background paper, so you have some color there, but you could actually color them in if you wanted to. So they come in different. As a matter of fact, I think this is actually a different one. Let me find this one. Okay, right. So actually this particular butterfly comes from this sheet here. This is holographic, and you can see how this is very blingy. I have these in different colors. So yeah, and I already took some off here, but I will link them below. So I have different butterfly stickers, these, and then but also those that come in holographic different colors. These are just in silver and gold, and here I have more colors, so just check the info box below. Okay, and then here is my cute thank you card. I think perfect to add to a gift to your mom, for your mom. So now we're moving on to this beautiful die cut sheet. And my first card I made with the ginkgo leaves. I really love how that turned out. I made one more of these 3-fold cards. What's a little bit different is here I have cut out the panel not at 4 by 12, but I cut it 4.5 by 12. So let me show you. So when you have your strip of 12-inch paper, now of course you get 3 cards if you cut them 4, 8, and then 12. But this one here is 4.5, and you can see it is a little bit bigger than my 4-inch size card, and it gives you a little bit more real estate to make your to create your card. But same thing, you just fold it in and then fold it in again, and here is the card. And if this happens to you, that it doesn't close, all you have to do is just cut off a sliver of that edge here, and then it will close just perfectly. And this is what I have done here. You can see there's just a little bit of a wide edge because I cut off this one so it folds nicely. And again, I added a thumb hole here with my round punch. And then I had more paper. So this here actually is from a 12 by 12 designer paper block, and from Michaels. This is a Recollections, an older one, but look how pretty that paper is, and it just makes a beautiful card. And then because I made this a little bigger, so I could only make 2 cards from this cardstock, and I had a strip left, and this is where I used here for inside as a tuck spot. So you can now you know, tuck something in here by just gluing those 3 edges. And then again, there's another thumb hole so that you can take it out easier. Here is my tag. And then I just went ahead and used this beautiful embellishment, put some stickles on there, a little bit of a border, and then one of my doilies that I have a punch. I always use that. You've seen it many times. And then just a little butterfly, which is also a punch. And it's great if you have leftovers, especially small ones that you of specialty paper that you don't want to throw out. If you have smaller punches, just, you know, punch yourself a few items. And then inside here is the one layer of my ginkgo leaf. And finally, here we have a Mother's Day card. And with this card, I have used the beautiful rose and tulip. And the paper is from my stash. It's also a Recollections paper. And here I have just give it a little bit of a background. I found a piece of scrap paper that mimics those same colors. It's got this beautiful orange and yellow in here. And then Happy Mother's Day is computer journaled, so I found this online and then just printed it out. Here I used a gold pen and just used it on the edges of this sentiment, a little bit of a border. And then I have a white bow here that I made myself from some white ribbon that I had left. And of course I added some stickles to it, so we have bling on my card. There is a writing panel, and this is on a pink card blank. And I think this came out really cute. Now the second one, now this is the last item on this sheet. The beautiful orchids here. And yeah, look at this. Again, some background paper. I used a corner punch here to just give it this beautiful look. Now let me see. I have this corner punch here, which is really versatile. So you can actually make the tags with it. So it cuts off these corners with that. We have a little hole here for your ribbon, and then you have this decorative corner. This is a Stampin' Up punch. I'm not sure if it's still available. I think I got it last year, so check it out, or maybe you have something similar. You don't have to decorate the corners, but you can. And I know there are a lot of corner punches around, so this is what I have done here. Same with this background piece, and this gilded paper is from Michaels. They had it last year. And yeah, I use it sparsely because it is so super pretty. But here for this background, I think just perfect. And then we got the Butterfly Kisses and Flower Petal Wishes, which is a stamp. And I just laid it again on some scrap paper. And here finally is the butterfly that I was showing to you earlier. This actually does come now from those sheets here with those butterflies. And look how pretty those stickers are. Very, very easy to use. And then the bling. Yeah, I love this bling. This is, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here it is. This is called let's see, grapefruit. Buttons galore. Grapefruit. And look how beautiful blingy it is. It looks really, really delicious. So I just put a few there. They're not adhesive, so you're gonna put a little bit of liquid glue. That works for me. And just look at 5 pieces, and this is of course chock full, but 5 pieces make the difference. Okay, so I have more for you. Okay, so last week I introduced the Purple Passion die cut sheets to you from Precious Marika, and let's just look at them again. I did promise that I'm gonna make cards with these. I made a card last week, one of the Trellis cards, with this sheet, and I used this bird feeder here, and I used this bow with the beautiful flowers. But I still had this vase left. Then there is this gorgeous sheet, and we have the birdie on piece of wood. Beautiful pansies, this wooden heart. Just love that. It looks so beautiful. And then a bouquet of pansies. And then the third one is also with a little birdhouse. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. Pansies in a birdhouse. Look at that cute little bird. And then down here another birdhouse, and all the different layers. Now these sheets from Find It are all die cut sheets, so all you have to do is push them out. And here are the cards that I have created with these sheets. Okay, and here is my first card with this beautiful bouquet of pansies. I have this die that embosses and also cuts some parts out. And I used a top folding card, and then this layer, I didn't die cut the card. So the card is intact, as you can see, And then I created this layer in the very same size. And this is an A2 card. And I added it to my card. And then in behind those cutout areas, I put some glitter scraps that I had. Those are really just small scraps, not a whole page. And this is how it looks. And then from the rest of the glitter paper, I added all these cute little butterflies. I have a punch, and Hello Sunshine is a stamp. And then of course here is this gorgeous bouquet. And I think it looks so nice on this white background. It doesn't really need much. White, gold, and then the pansies with some stickles. Here is the same card, same embossing folder that also cuts off these areas. I told you I had this bouquet left, and now I created a layer that's a little smaller than my card. This is also a top folding card, but here I put some pink glitter paper, again just little scraps behind those cutouts, and then here is my gorgeous vase with the beautiful, looks like hydrangeas maybe, this bouquet. And then I just added a little glitter heart. Happy birthday is a sticker that I will link below. And here are the first two, and then there's more. So I have two more cards for you, and here is this one. This is also a top folding card. What I have done here is I also have this folder. This is an embossing folder that also cuts out this window and those few butterflies, and down here some hearts. Now, to be honest, I don't know where I got these from. I had them for quite a few years. So just use what you have to, create card fronts. But I think these embellishments look so beautiful on white. So on my card, I added some piece of background paper, and this is this pretty light purple here in the back, you can see. Then, of course, it is see-through because we have these windows here. And then I added this birdie, and it comes, of course, from this sheet where the bird sits here on this piece of wood. And I was thinking this looks like a windowsill. So that's why I had the idea of using the window. Then another cute thing that just worked out as a coincidence is it comes with these hearts, right? So this is the embellishment. It has those two hearts. And when I put it there, the heart just covered up one of these three cutouts. So it was just perfect. I layered it with foam tabs. And then happy birthday is a stamp. I also have this banner as a die cut, and then I added a few more butterflies to go with the theme, because we have those here in on top of this embossing folder. I also added two strips of glitter border, and then here is my card. And of course the inside remains nice and clean because this is a top layer on top of the card. But isn't this just gorgeous? I love the little bird. I love the pansies. And I added, of course, stickles, as I always do, for a little extra bling. And now for my last card, here is this gorgeous wooden heart. It has a couple of shelves on there with, a flower pot and a glass bottle. This is also a die that I have. So I cut out this die, edit it on foam pad. So here the entire layer is on foam pad. Then I had this, and also I added some background paper so we have something to look through. I had this strip of green flower scrap, and to make it bling, I just used a little bit of bling underneath. So there's a little bit of glitter paper, and here it is. This is again, oops, I'm sorry, a top folding card. Thinking of you today and always is a stamp, and I used some ink to, some tea stain ink to just ink the edges and make it look a little bit more, popping off my card. But you use what you have. I just love these embellishments with white. It looks so classy, and I think the card came out Just beautiful. And here are all the cards that I have created for today's video. I hope you like them. I think they are perfect for Mother's Day or any other spring occasions. If you like them, I would appreciate a thumbs up, a comment from you, and if you would share this video with your crafty friends and family, I would be very grateful. As always, these cards are up for grabs in value packs on my website, so check them out if you are interested in. But this is all I have for you today. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Please stay or get well. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.